Okay, welcome back, and we're carrying on with our scientific notation. I think this is going to be our last lesson on exponents, but let's dive in and take a look. So we are on page 40, and we look at question D. As always, if you haven't tried this question yet yourself, then pause the video and try it. Right, but essentially what we've got here, we are adding, right? And remember, we can only add when we've got the same types of things. Here we've got 10 to the 6s, and here we've got 10 to the 6s. So there's no problem whatsoever with just adding those two things. We're going to get 307 times 10 to the 6. Now that answer is correct, but it's not in scientific notation. To get it into scientific notation, we need to divide by 10 twice here. And because of that, we need to multiply by 10 twice here. Right, those two numbers, the two red lines are exactly the same value. The bottom one is in scientific notation. The next one's multiplying. Multiplying is actually nice and straightforward because we don't need to worry about the different types. 2 times 7, 14. We've got 8 tens here and we've got 11 tens here. Normal exponent stuff, same base, add the exponents. There's our answer, but it's not in scientific notation. To get this to 1, 4, we're dividing by 10. To compensate for dividing by 10, we're going to multiply by 10. Right, and there's our answer. Okay, right, let's have a look at the next one. This is multiplication as well. 40 times 30. Well, 4 times 3 is 12, and then there are 2 tens, so that's 1200. And altogether, we've got 16 tens. 1200 times 10 to the 16. Okay, now this is not in scientific notation, so we're going to divide by 10 1, 2, 3 times. To compensate that, we need to multiply by 10 an extra 3 times there. Okay, the next one is a division. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 to the 12 divided by 10 to the 3 is 10 to the 9. And that is in scientific notation. Again, sometimes people like to write like that, just to illustrate that we've definitely got one number before the decimal place. Right. Other one's also division. 9 divided by 3, 3 times 10 to the 5. And that's our answer. Okay, now this next one, we've got division. All right, 3 divides into 24 8 times. So in fact, this is 800. And this is going to be times 10 to the, remember when we divide, we subtract our exponents. Now this is not in scientific notation, so we're going to divide by 10 twice to take 800 to 8. To compensate for that, we're going to multiply by 10 an extra 2 times there. Okay, the next one is addition and subtraction. Now, all three of these are different types of things. These are 10 to the 16s. These are 10 to the 17s. And these are 10 to the 15s. Before we can do any addition or subtraction, we need to get to the same type of things. Okay, now, given that 16 is between 17 and 15, let's leave these ones as 10 to the 16s. So 4,2 times 10 to the 16. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to take this number over here and write it as 10 to the 16. If we write it as 10 to the 16, we've actually divided by 10 here. So to compensate that, we must multiply by 10 there. Right. Now these two are the same type. To get this one to 10 to the 16, we need to multiply by 10. Now if we multiply by 10 to make it 10 to the 16, then we need to divide that 1 by 10, right, to compensate. Now we've got 3 terms. I'm going to underline them. 1, 2, 3 things that we're adding and subtracting, but the good news is that they are all the same type of thing. They are all 10 to the 16s. All right, so now we just add how many of these, add and subtract how many of these things we've got. We've got 23 and 4,2. That's 27 comma 2. And then we minus comma 1. So we get 27 comma 1 times 10 to the 16. Is it in scientific notation? No, it's not. We're going to divide by 10 here to make this 2,71. So we've only got one number in front of the decimal place. And because we've divided by 10, we must multiply by 10 here to compensate. And that's the end of that exercise. It's also the end of this section. You'll see we've left 2 pages for extra space for you to practice. You can either get your teacher to make up some extra examples, you can make up some yourself, you can make up some for a friend and get your friend to make some up for you. All right, next time we will start with our next topic, which, as you can see in the workbook, is numeric and geometric patterns. All right, have a great day, everyone.